Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle and I make videos all about photography, and I'm really here to help you reach your photography goals. And today I'm sharing some tough love with you because I am talking about the #1 mistake I see photographers make with senior rep teams. So if you've ever been frustrated with the team, chances are I can help you out today. So let's get into it. Okay, so I wish I had $1 for every time I got a complaint or frustration along these lines. Between the DMs, comments, my mentorships I offer photographers, I hear this over and over and over again when it comes to senior rep teams, and that is requiring your senior rep members to post your photos, tag you, and expecting to have all these inquiries and all these friend referrals coming your way. Now I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, well, duh, Michelle, because what other point is there to have a senior rep team if I'm not getting those things, right? I hear you. I understand. I've been there. I've cried. I pulled my hair out there with you. But I'm hoping that if you've had this frustration before, or you've had a team and it just was not going well and you end up resenting your team members, I want to change your mindset around this, why it doesn't work, and I'm going to give you some helpful tips of what to do instead. And I want you to enjoy your senior rep team again, and I want you to enjoy what it can do for your business. Okay, so what you have to understand is that senior portrait photography, although it's awesome, it's my favorite, it's what I specialize in, love it, it can be difficult in the sense that there's trends in it, just because there's constant trends in your potential senior client. With high school, think about high school 5 years ago, 10 years ago, how different it was compared to now, and naturally that changes. It changes the most out of any other genre of photography. Trust me, it just changes the most. Those are most trends. Even think about TikTok, how fast those trends change. So if you've ever taken a senior model team course a couple years ago, their information is probably already outdated, and even this video I'll probably will update in a couple years because it might be different, and that is something you have to be okay with. I know a lot of photographers, especially as they mature into their business, change becomes more and more difficult, and you guys understand with the digital age and how photography changes constantly. In order to survive and make this a longevity of a career, you have to be willing to change. You have to be open to learn new things. You have to be able to adapt a little bit. Now, of course, there's boundaries with that. You don't want to completely change it like how the wind blows every time something, a new trend starts. But I want you guys to get the big picture of why you're getting frustrated with this, is that you have to be open to change and adapting with what your clients are wanting, because you are ultimately a service provider. Photography is a luxury service, and so you want to serve your clients well. Now, with that being said, this current generation is flooded with influencers, affiliate marketing, all this selling. The last thing they want is to sell to their friends. They are not motivated by cash. They are not motivated by discounts. They're not motivated by cash off for their parents or products or anything like that. They don't want to go out and sell to their friends. And honestly, and when I was in high school, even though it was more accepted back then, I hated that. I hated the door-to-door salesman type thing. A lot of these kids deal with social anxiety. It's just not the vibe. So that's why most of them right now don't even post often on their Instagram and their social media platforms. Most of them don't post their own pictures. They just keep their accounts to keep up with their friends. They might post a lot on stories because those, go away in 24 hours, or they don't post a lot of pictures on their feed that live forever. And if they do post, they often will delete it later. I just want you to realize what mind frame they are at and stop taking it personally. Stop taking it as a personal attack on you and your business if they don't want to post photos. It's not because they don't like your photos. It's not because they don't want to support you, but it's just where these teens are at and then just the social norm of where things are going. And then, given all that information I just spoke about, now picture having someone make you post something. How does that make you feel? Probably not great. And you wonder why their friends are not just coming to you, because their friends can sniff out things that are fake a mile away now, especially nowadays. So what are you supposed to do? I want you to redirect your whole mindset around this and think all about the girls. Whether you have 5 girls on your team or 20, I just want you to do everything for them, not for what you're gonna get in return, not for what their friends are gonna bring in. I just want you to create a program that is just gonna spoil and serve your model team members so well, and that they know that it's all about them. I don't require any of my team members to post anything. I don't require them to tag me. I don't require them to come to every single event I plan because I understand that they are busy. I don't make them do anything that personally I wouldn't want to be told what to do as well. I want this to be an experience that just makes their senior year so special. I want only like good feelings around the team. I only want them to feel just that I'm really in their corner, because I am. I want to be there as an extra support during their senior year, as well as of course give them good photos. What this does in return is that I get a lot more genuine posting. Most of my girls tag me without me ever asking, way more than people that force their kids to do that or force their team members to do that. I get girls that want to share about my business. I get girls that naturally are posting behind the scenes on their stories because they're having a good time at the event and not because I'm sitting there making them do it. Plus, that is so much extra work for you. I can't believe, I mean, back in the day, it used to work great. Let me say that. If you've been around for a while and you've had teams for several years, this might have worked great for you in the past. But man, just the extra work of having to have a spreadsheet and like look at people's profiles and make sure they post about you and doing all these tick marks in order to get incentives and perks and points, too much for me. I want to make it very simple for me as well. So for me, it's just if they share, great. If they don't, no worries. And yes, I have girls that don't share anything at all. I do. I have girls that I put in so much work and they don't do anything for me, but I don't care, because honestly, all I do is I want her to have a good year. I want that one team member to have a really good experience with me. And odds are, if it ever comes up that someone needs a senior photographer, they're gonna give me that word of mouth referral over someone that they had a bad taste in their mouth from making them do all these sorts of things. It is not worth it to get one little tag on their social media posts versus them just speaking about you, like just as you as a person, how kind you are, how loving you are, how awesome you are. That is going to go so much further in their minds and then their friends than just a checklist of things that you made them do. And granted, there's always the girls that will do both, that will post, speak good things about you, totally willing to do all the work for you, and those are great. But I just want you to know that not every one of your team members are going to be like that, and you need to not have that expectations. And I hope something just clicked. Like, I hope a light bulb went off in your head and that you felt relief. I want you guys to feel relieved from this frustration by the end of this video. And I get it, guys. It is tough not to take things personally, especially when you've done all this work for those individuals and you just don't feel appreciated. You guys have to stop being so close to your business in that way. I mean, just think about when you were a teenager, you just thought about yourself most, and that's okay. Most of us think about ourselves the most. We're not thinking about how our actions impact businesses. Like, you're just not in that time. You're not in that mindset at that age. They don't mean to hurt your feelings. They don't mean to gloss over all the work that you've done, and I guarantee they're appreciative of it. But the more you force it on them and make them appreciate you, it's just not going to come across genuine, and it's just not going to be what you want in return, I promise. My goal is to give the girls that I chose such an amazing team experience that they always remember this for the rest of their life, and that their parents appreciate how I loved on their kids. Like, if that's your only goal, you are going to have such a successful team year after year after year, and you're going to enjoy your senior rep team again, I promise. And it feels better in your soul, honestly. It feels better to me when I know the impact I'm creating is not just about me and financially in my business. Like, it gets old promoting yourself all the time. And if I can get girls that just like have good things to say about me because they've had a good experience, then I'm winning, guys. I mean, I am winning if I achieve that goal. And also, I should mention that my street team members are full paying clients. So they do pay for their senior session. And so it's not like I'm not getting anything for my time. Plus, I pre-fill my calendar. Like I mentioned in the video I just did, I get pre-fill my calendar, oftentimes cash flow in the winter. I get extra content. It's not that I'm not getting anything for my time. It's just different than the actual like posting every photo I've taken of them, getting the tags, getting their referrals of their friends that year for the upcoming year. I mean, it just works a lot different nowadays, and if you can get a restructure of this, I promise it'll be a lot better. Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope it was encouraging. I hope you're excited about having a team, especially if you've been burnt by a team in the past, which I have, I totally get. But I hope this, hopefully, mind shift for you gives you a renewed excitement about maybe having a team and what it can do for you, and hopefully enjoying having a team again. Please comment below maybe a struggle you've had with your team. Did this help? Is there another struggle you're having with your team that you're like, man, Michelle, I really would love your advice on this. I'm having a hard time with such and such. Let me know. I would love to be helpful if I can. Please give this video a like if you found some good, helpful information from it. I would love for you to consider subscribing if you're not subscribed already. And until the next one, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.